Kobe Statue Day, February 8th, 2024. So this is Kobe Day from now on, right? Because we got Gigi's number, both Kobe's numbers. I don't really follow the news much, but I think his statue's getting built today. So that's incredible. So, dude, I was crunching numbers tonight, and I came across some extremely discouraging facts as far as developing the business and starting the business. I'm really bummed about it, but I immediately reframed the entire situation. What's up with all these goddamn noises when I'm recording here? I immediately reframed it to be something to look forward to. So here's what happened. So I'm sitting there on my laptop. I have years worth of financial projections on an Excel sheet. I love that stuff. So any chance I can get to improve or to make the calculations better or forecast more accurately based on circumstances, given all that stuff, any chance I get to do that, I'm all over it, dude. I love that stuff. And so I was on my Excel sheet. In fact, I actually use Google Sheets. Just like simple, I don't know, just like it. So I was on there. And so I don't know which episode number it is, but it is a fork in the road. Which decision do I take? And it was between starting the business now, buying the product now, and then getting out of debt later, or pushing off the business a little bit later to get out of debt, to get out of debt now, so that way I can free up all that extra financial burden on myself in the context of monthly, so that I can put that toward business and also have a lot less financial stress if I have to pay $500, $600, $700 a month in bills and total loans and all the credit cards and all the bullshit. I don't have that much going on, but it definitely adds up. I just don't want that lingering over my shoulder anymore. And I have a great opportunity right now to erase that debt, and so I'm taking full advantage of it. I've talked about it many times, but I'm working 2 jobs. I don't have to pay rent. All that extra money is going toward the bills and getting out of debt. So I'm in Operation Get Out of Debt mode. And so that's what's going on now. So as far as the future goes, the idea was to get out of debt here by June, which is still on pace. I'm still tracking for that, which is great, very exciting, because it's only 4 months away. And then from there, get my own place. I'm anticipating, so I would like to spend, no money in rent, but I want my own place again, and places aren't cheap, so I'm projecting about $1,700 a month between rent, utilities, water, internet, all that shit. And I just don't think, I don't want to do that. I'd rather have it lower, but I need a place with a garage, because I need a place to put my cold plunge. Because I think that's just such a non-negotiable for me at this point. It's so valuable. It's such a great investment. It's such a simple way to get such amazing perks and benefits in your life. It's also an incredible way to practice discipline. And it takes 5 minutes a day. So I need somewhere to put that, namely a garage that can store the shit, and somewhere close to a drain where I can wash it out and fill it up with house water, not dirty water. So anyway, I need a place with a garage. And that just kind of shoots the price up, which is unfortunate. So what I'm saying is I hope that I don't have to pay $1,700 a month. But, I guess I will if I have to. I don't know. That's a tricky one. But ideally, I pay a lot lower. But anyway, I'm projecting $1,700 just in the hopes that it is lower, so that everything that I have planned for is actually not as bad. So, meaning I'll have extra money per month. And also, for some context right now, I'm just walking around this church. There's nobody in the parking lot. I'm just doing laps. Never done this before, so whatever. Got to get the show in, and this one probably will be longer, because there's just so much that just happened, and I want to share it all. So I don't know why I said 2. It's like a typo in real life. 2. So I was looking at the numbers, if I get out of debt by June, which is great, that's still tracking, that's 100% going to happen. June, July at the absolute latest, so I'd get my own place at the beginning of July or August, just depends. I mean, there's so many things that could come up too, so, and this is obviously if I were to be extremely strict with the finances, so we'll just say August. August I'll have my own place, so still 4 or 5 months away, pretty exciting. Oh, that's when I'll be debt free, I should say. So very exciting stuff. Then the idea was to save up the money to put toward business and get my first line of products going. So that would cost roughly total with all the packaging, with all the boxes, with all the labels, with all the product, every single thing that I want to make happen. Total cost would be about 10 grand. I don't have 10 grand. However, they allow for you to pay half up front, and then that's kind of your deposit that's required no matter what. And then when the product is completed, then you pay that. So that was the idea. I was like, okay, so with supplies and product and all the stuff, pay 5 grand now, and then it takes them about, you're that big ass fucking guy in that car, dude, Jesus. He's probably so cool. And, oh, what a hater I am, I know. Oh, I know. It's going to be me in my Lambo in 17 years, dude. So don't worry about it, but the fuck was I saying, bro? There's that. There's the whole, what the fuck was I saying, bro? Dude, I lose my train of thought way too easily. It's such a problem. Okay, so I was going to put 5 grand down, and then it takes about 10 to 12 weeks for them to ship the product. So that's 3 months. So it gives me 3 months to come with the other 5 grand. That's also putting myself in quite a tight situation to be forced to come up with that, but I'm sure I can make it happen if I wanted to. So we'll just say best case scenario, I buy product in, so once I get out of that, I'm not going to have any money because that's all going towards that. So I'll have my first month of rent, we'll say. So we'll say August. It's $0 in the bank. And then obviously I'll make that money during the month. And so I'll have $0. So from there on, I'm only going to profit about $1,200 a month. So it would take me from that point 4 months to get the money for the first part of the order. And from there, it would take me another 4 to 5 months, probably 6, to get the second half. So that there is 10 months. 10 months away from July or August, from August of this year. So 10 months plus August, we're looking at a June launch of next year. And it's 2024 right now. It's February 8th, 2024. So we're looking at is this recording on Bluetooth? Shit. No, we're good. So, with that being said, we are, 18 months away from launch. That sucks, dude. It's discouraging. I was planning on doing all this stuff in August, September of this year, and that's just bad planning, you know. Say I'm forecasting all these numbers, but apparently I did such a shitty job that I miscalculated by a full year. But what I wasn't calculating on, I think, was just the fact that I'm going to have my own place. And so that's 1,700, you know, I'm forecasting anyway, to be, or planning. Forecasting is a silly word. Am I the weatherman, dude? What's going on here? So I'm projecting, planning, expecting to spend that kind of money on rent. So if I didn't do that, if I still continued to live at my uncle's place, which is an option, that would kind of erase that whole thing. So I would have the additional money probably in 3 months, actually 4 months. You know what? The more I talk about it out loud, the more it seems like that's what I'll do, provided I'm able. Because it's always okay, but when you have to sit down and talk about it, it's a little bit different. But, so that's the second option. I'd like to get my own place again, or I can go get someplace with a roommate. I'd rather not. It is an option, and I'm willing to exercise that option to make something happen, but I would rather have my own place, you know, for very obvious reasons. So yeah, anyway, I came across this information, crunched the numbers, found out that I wouldn't be until later, way later than I expected. And it got me discouraged as hell because I was looking at, who the fuck's honking at me, bro? Dude, just fuck off, man, you know? God damn. I was a hater. Got my first hater. What the fuck was I saying, bro? Okay, interesting. I'm in the same exact spot that I lost my train of thought last time. And that's a fun fact. Okay, so just have multiple options, right? And I came across this news, and I just got discouraged because I was planning on it to be so much earlier than that. And now it makes you think, dude, the fuck is this goddamn podcast about anymore? It's daily, and it's supposed to be daily documentation, and it always will be. That's the point of the BQ Daily. Not supposed to be nice, professional, good quality. It's not supposed to be anything other than sharing the journey and really recording all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the self-doubts, all the wins, all the losses. It just encompasses all of that together. And that's what this show will always be. And so, with the whole goal of it being a daily documentation of Live Hard, which I plan on following Live Hard for the rest of my life. It should change my life, dude. With that being part of the podcast, and then running a business, starting a business from the ground, building it up from, the dirt, and then sharing my perspective on shit, doing hard shit, practicing discipline and all that stuff, because doing the hard stuff, man, it sucks. But when you're done, it's just that feeling, dude. It's just inexplicable. It's just true happiness. It's true self-fulfillment, and I want to feel that way always. If that means I got to work my ass off 24/7 to maintain that, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, because there's so much good that will come of that. I'm excited about that, but that's what the podcast is. But thinking about how this whole business venture, the real start, the real launch, is not going to happen for another 18 months, That's a bummer, dude. It's 590 something episodes away. So, episode 690 will be launching, I guess. So, plan for that. Okay, it's episode 112. I also recorded episode 111 and a half. It's 1 minute and a half long. A little bit of vulnerability there. Said how I feel stupid doing all this stuff, dude. And I feel even dumber now because shit's delayed 2 pregnancies away. So, it got me thinking, okay, well, we'll still chug for that goal. We'll still make that happen. We'll still work toward it. We'll still do everything required to make that happen, because why the fuck would I stop? And it got me thinking about how the other podcast is going to come to life soon, and how maybe I should focus on that. Focus on finding my voice. Oh, here we go, dude. I'm going to get a honk, guaranteed. Watch. This guy's going 50 and a 20. So it seems like every time I get to the street, I lose my train of thought because of distractions. It's interesting, dude. 3rd time around, I lost my train of thought. Same exact spot. Let's see here. This is awkward as shit, dude. Can't remember a goddamn thing. Oh, yeah, so the other podcast. So that one's coming to life soon. And it got me thinking, what if I just focused my energy and effort in doing that and finding my voice and building that up, getting some sort of social media presence, even if it is only 200 followers in the next year. Who cares? 200 people is a lot better than 0. And if 200 people, they all bought one product of mine, that would give me enough money to start off the next order. And so putting it like that, it's just perspective, I guess. So I was thinking, I guess, what if I just keep doing what I'm doing, keep working my ass off, make all this shit happen, put the money away, get that ready, so when the time comes, I'm ready to execute. And not only that, but I have some kind of something going for me. So I have this daily podcast, and by then there'll be 600 episodes. I guess that's pretty cool. And then we'll have the other podcast where if I did one bi-weekly, then we'd have like 30 or 40 episodes. If I did one weekly, we'd have closer to 75 episodes. If I did one twice a week, you get the idea, 150 by then. And I don't know, just what can I do in the meantime, because the podcast, a lot of people will say they don't want to run ads. I mean, Andy Frisella talks about it, how he doesn't want to be owned by these companies and he doesn't want to be monitored or what he can or can't say. Totally understand that. But if I can find some brands that supply quality products that I actually believe in and that I actually use, of course I'll help them out. And in turn, they'll help me out because you get some rad avenue, nice ad revenue for the ads. And so if I can use that money, even if it is only $50 a month, if I get to that point where, maybe in a year I'm getting $40 a month from ads, that would just add to it. Let's just say it was $100 a month. It just adds to it. So all that money would go into the business and into funding all that stuff. And that would only help me. And so I was thinking about that too. Okay, we're going to test something. So we're approaching the goddamn parking lot again, or the street. Let's see if I lose my train of thought. And so I was thinking about all this, trying to reframe it, because, like I said, I found out I couldn't start it till next June. And I thought, what the fuck, man? That sucks. I was so excited to get this going now. And I can, actually. I still can. But I wouldn't be getting out of debt. I'd be staying in debt. And then actually, I wouldn't be going into more, but I would definitely be owning a shit ton of product that I would need to sell. And that could go bad. So if I don't sell it in 2 years. But that's highly unlikely. I'm very confident. But, I still have yet so much to learn. But the worst that happens is nobody buys a single product and I'm out 10 grand. That's it. Not in debt, just out. And if that's the worst that can happen, dude, I guess nothing really to be worried about. So anyway, just sharing this because I am discouraged about it all. Kind of sucks to think that I got samples going now, but I'm not going to be doing anything with them for another 18 months. So I don't know what to tell the manufacturer. Just, hey, so we'll resume in a year, And who knows what the prices will be. Who knows if I'll even want to do the same exact idea in the next year. I mean, I'm pushing for it. I'm still going to work to develop this product, but I'm not just going to remain stagnant for the next year and a half. I want to do something. I want to produce something, get better at myself in some way. So if I can just focus on that on a day-to-day, who knows what kind of man I'll be in 18 months. I mean, just 6 months ago. What the fuck is it, dude? January, December, November, October, September, August. Pretty much is August. I started on July 29th, so 6 months. 6 months away. 6 months ago, I wasn't doing shit. I've talked about this a million times already. But I wasn't doing shit. And not only in that part of my life, but for the last 3 years of my life, up to that point, I wasn't doing shit. And before that, those 3 years, I don't think I was into fitness and I was pushing myself in that regard. But other than that, I wasn't doing shit, dude. So I've just made such tremendous progress. And I'm never going to let that go to waste ever again. I don't want it to. So I guess in the meantime, we'll figure something out. But until that 18-month mark, I don't foresee myself having any kind of real tangible business as far as the supplement goes. But, a lot can happen in a year and a half. I mean, I just drastically changed my entire trajectory of my future in the last 6 months. So what's going to happen in the next 6? We have 3 more time periods of my last 6 months ahead of me before this could happen. So what will happen? Who knows? But I've been repeating this phrase a lot, dude. I took this from Alex Hormozy. Everything I'm about to say is what he said. He said, during my darkest days and my hardest times, I think is what he said, I repeated the phrase to myself, I cannot quit. I cannot fail if I do not quit. And he said that gave him that comfort and reassurance, knowing that, I think it was something like, this is as hard as it's going to get. As long as he doesn't quit, he'll be fine. I've been thinking a lot about that. So, as long as I do not quit. What the fuck did I just say? Dude, it's this road, man. I get to this road and I just forget everything. I cannot quit if I do. I cannot fail if I do not quit. So I butchered the fuck out of that. Sorry, Alex. It's all good. Hope you love me still. Don't even know me. But that's what he said. And that's what I've been saying as well. So I got that from him and it's been helpful. Found out this news and I immediately thought, damn, dude, well, cannot fail if I do not quit. Just keep going, keep growing, keep progressing on a daily basis. Can't fail. I think you only fail when you quit. I think giving up is the only way you could ever fail. If you're pursuing something, there's two things that will happen. There's two things that can happen. The first one is you give up. And the second one is you succeed. And that's it. That's a comforting thought. So there's two things that can happen. You can give up or you can succeed. And that's it. And it's one of those things, oh yeah, easier said than done. Yeah, if I was in the NBA, I would just score all the points. If I was in the NFL, I just wouldn't get an interception. I would just get touchdowns if I was in the NFL, It's one of those things. But stick with it long enough, you'll succeed. But one sure way to make sure that you'll never succeed is to quit, throw in the towel, to give up. So as long as you get those baseline tasks done, I think you're headed in the right direction. And any extra amount of effort that you can muster up to get other tasks done or whatever that aren't gonna kill you, I think that's the little speed boost, if you want to call it that. So this podcast was a lot longer than 3 minutes, but it's a big update. So we'll just keep going. 18 months away. Let's keep going. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. It's cool to think that I have people listening to the show daily. So I don't know for how long, but I'm not really into the analytics like that. I just kind of check on there and see how many downloads I have and see if I have any new listeners. And we're at 105 listeners now, so that's cool. Not 105 people, but 105 downloads total on each episode. So if one person listens to 105 episodes, that's 105 downloads. So I don't think that's what's happened, but it's cool, man. It's just it's humbling, put in all this effort and work to make these happen. Got 100 episodes where I sat down and tried to make something valuable, or at least I tried. Now we're on episode 112, so it's cool. So thank you so much for listening. Also, for some further context, I think I've done 7 laps around this church. And every time I get to this one street, I lose my train of thought, which is interesting. And it's black. It's black out here, dark, pitch black. I got the street lights on, but that's it. It's 7:34, and that's some paint the picture for you. I got my weighted vest on, got the light on. Don't even really need this light. Turn this off. Oh man, dude, what a grind, huh? All right, that's it for the show, guys. Thanks so much for listening. It's 112, February 8th, 2024. Talk to you later.